Okay, so this is another 33XC. This is on an A3 adjustable cheek. I think this is 1740. Is that what that says? 1740? I can't read without glasses.
Yes.
Yes? Okay, so this is HR 1740. So we again realize we don't know, but since we just messed with that Vitavori powder and we stopped on the other gun, we're starting with 110 grains of H50 BMG and a 300 grain burger. And again, I'm a little bit scared to pull the trigger, but I'm going to do it and see what we got. I think it'll be all right. I hope. The wind's coming back up again, by the way. All right, so this one, where are you at? So I bore sighted it, and we're just going to put this one on at 50. Wow, dead center, like literally dead center, in the absolute perfect dead center, and really very interesting. The number is 2794, so we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna at least jump by 2s. So that was not, and look, it opened easy, nothing to it. You notice, by the way, I put my Premier on this. There was enough clearance. This doesn't have quite as heavy diameter of barrel as that other gun. That other gun had that Collis 5 to 25 on. That's the customer scope. So it's going with it. That's his scope. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go in, and I might even jump 3 grains because 2800, right? All right, here we go. 2794. Okay, so that was, what was that? 110, right? Vicky?
Do you want?
Yes, 110.
110. So
You want to keep rolling?
yeah, it's up to you.
I'm going to say no then, because we're just going to load these up. We'll talk about it.
I just said to him, what a way of reloading. You just look in the case and see how much powder's in there. That looks like about enough. So now we're at 112 grains, and I mean, the gun didn't blow apart, so I think we're probably going to be all right. So I put that on the paper, dead center at 50. I mean, like perfectly dead center. So I'm not going to touch anything. I'm just going straight to 100. All right, here we go. All right. Wow, pretty snappy, but it's 28.25. So that was no big deal. 28.25, it opened easy. I mean, we're 1 inch high, 1/4 of an inch left. So that's pretty amazing too. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna jump 2 more grains. So we went 112, let's just jump to 114. All right, so what we just did is we went back in, we loaded 114 grains of H50 BMG. I'm still shooting at the same point of aim, the whole deal. And again, there was no pressure at all.
Hold on.
Wind though, if you see the flags here.
Hold on. Hold.
Oh, wait a minute, the cameraman almost didn't have his earplug in. You definitely want to have them. We got muffs too, if you want extra muffs. Yeah, we bring a lot of air protection. All right, you guys ready? Everybody ready?
Ready?
Okay, it's awful windy. I'm just gonna hold dead on and pull the trigger. About a half inch away. 28.89. 28.89. Again, it opened easy. I don't see anything. So I think I'm gonna jump 2 more. I don't see any reason why not to.
Are we cleaning right now?
Yeah, that's right. Okay, so we gotta stop, we gotta clean, and then the cameraman's gonna shoot the fouling shot. So that next one will be a fouling shot. So I might load 2, right? At that same load, right? I'll load 2 at 116 grains. Okay. All right, so we'll clean it. All right, so what we did is we stopped, we cleaned the gun. It actually ran blue quite a bit. I think this is this a Bertland barrel also? And we cleaned it up till it's good. We cano-coiled it. Then we loaded 2. And what did I say? We loaded 2 at 116. 116 grains of H50 BMG. Wilson's going to shoot one of them. We're shooting into that same target. We're putting them all on the same point of impact. And then after he does that, shoots the fouling shot, then I'm going to go back to testing it. So he's ready to go. You have to watch your hat. Your hat will break this. We'll snap that right off. It still might snap it off there. And it's getting down there quick. Okay, 2905. 2905.
I'll let you pull the bolt.
Yeah, let me see what it's like. Okay. One finger lift, no problem. Okay, so where did it go, by the way? Oh, it's right there with them other ones. So it's not a ragged hole, but it's pretty small. We got 3 of them down there. All right, I'm gonna put my earplugs in, and let's go ahead and put the next one on. By the way, what'd you think? It wasn't bad, huh?
No, it wasn't.
The recoil's not bad at all. These guys, a lot of guys don't like these Hoyles brakes. I love them because you have to do all the work yourself to them. They work really well. For being a little radial brake like that, I think they're super efficient. All right, that one went 2905. That was the fouling shot. Let's remember that. You covered up? All right. Yeah, they're all going right together. 2922. So I'd say we can go up 2 more grains. Okay, so we were just talking about something about how close the headspace was between these 2 rifles when I built them, and it was literally so close I couldn't measure it, which gets way under a thou. So we were talking about this because we're keeping the brass separated. This is the brass that was fired in the red gun, and of course we're keeping the brass from this gun separated, so you don't mix your brass. Even though these guys know each other and stuff, you don't mix your brass. That's just a basic rule. But then Wilson said to me, I wonder if one of these will go back in here. And so let's just see. Well, you can see this is empty. My wife's down there, so you got to be careful what we're doing here. So let's just put that in there and just see how. Wow, it's like it's not even there. I mean, it's in other words, what we're saying here, and I can do this. I don't know if I've ever showed this on camera. I kind of don't want to get grease on me, but don't pull in too close or you won't be able to see this. But do not go into the fired position. Turn it that way. So it takes quite a bit of strength to be able to do that, but you can take the firing pin right out of it, which is a really nice feature. And yes, I just got grease all over my hand. But now we have no, oh, and by the way, this gun does have a plunger in it. So it has an ejector. This gun will eject. The other one didn't. But, so that's, just because that plunger's there, you can't get the absolute feel, because that plunger has a little spring in it also, right? But so this is one of the fired pieces of brass out of the other gun. So it's like it's not even there. Look at that. And let's try a couple others, because we don't know which one this is. I mixed them all together, and obviously since we were adding powder, they all were running at different pressures. But let's put this in there. Now that one, I don't know. maybe slightly different than the one that was just ahead of it. But it could just be dirt on it too. Again, I should have kept it separate. I don't know what is what here. Let's try one more.
And you took this spring out so you're not feeling the tension of the spring.
Exactly.
So you can tell the brass.
Right. So essentially, these two chambers are identical. Now, you know how we've talked about this before, anybody that's watched me, nothing is ever identical. It's just like, if you can measure a thou, and then 10 thou, and then 100 thou, and then a millionth of a thou, nothing is ever identical. But these two are pretty darn close that brass interchanges like that so easily. What would be interesting to see is, say once that brass is fired 2, 3, 4, 5 times, if it'd go straight back into this gun also. That'd be very interesting to see. But in all likelihood, they will have to resize it anyways. And so then what you would get into is, are they using the same exact die? If they were using the same die, you know, there's a lot of things that come into it. But, I mean, it interchanges no problem, which is really, really nice. Really nice. Okay, I got to get my Vicky, please take this brass back up there. I got to get my earplugs and stuff back in, and we're going to put another one on. What are these again?
118.
This is the other one, right?
Yes.
Oh, you shot one, I shot one that was the same. Right.
Yep.
Now we went up. So this is 118. Right. Okay. 118 grains, H50 BMG. Okay, what do I want here? I want this.
Okay.
All
Ready?
right, so the last one went 29.22. Let's see what this one does. Oh, and she put up a new target. Depending on what this does, we may try to shoot a group. I don't know. Let's see what the chronograph numbers are. $29.86, which is interesting. That's not that much of a jump. I'm gonna actually pull that up. I want to see something. Well, yeah, that's not true. I mean, it's from 29.22 to 29.86. So the thing is, there's still more. So what was this? 118. I think I'm gonna go straight to 120. All right, be back in a second. Okay, we just added 120 grains of H50 BMG to this, and we didn't do anything. I mean, we're just gonna put it on. But what I wanted to say is, I noticed in there what the fill density is, and it looks like now the powder is just about up to the body shoulder junction. So the base of the bullet might just be touching powder right now. So there's not going to be a whole lot more room. But let's see what we got. About a ½ inch away. 30.54. Now let's see what we got here. Didn't seem tight. You can definitely tell though, the gun's starting to get snappy as far as the recoil, and you could tell in the sound. And it's, you could almost even see it with your eye. It's getting down there quicker. So, I mean, they're in about the size of a quarter, maybe. I don't know what I'm gonna do. We'll have to go decide whether we're gonna add 1 grain or whether we're gonna go 2 more grains. I gotta think about it a second. All right, so we decided to go ahead to 122 grains, H50 BMG. We did not clean, we haven't done anything. We're putting it right on the same target. I'm gonna change my bag setup just a little wee bit right here. It's not riding the way I want it to. Okay. Wow. Now that one is not close to the others. 31.16. Let's see. I don't know. I would say that's maybe about it. What the smart thing to do with there would be is I'll load one more the same. Because I don't know. I don't know if I want to go up above that. So I'm going to go in and load one more just the same. I'm going to keep my earmuffs on. Okay, so what I did is I just went back in, I loaded another one at 122 grains, H50 BMG, putting it in the same spot because that one went away from the others. And then we're going to have to stop and clean again. So here we go. Might want to back that up a little bit. Might want to get behind me. Went right beside the other one of that same velocity. The number's 3103. So I think we're going to stop. We're going to clean. We might go up one more grain. I don't know. And then we're going to shoot a group. I mean, I don't know. That group down there's an inch or more. But again, we're running all these different powders. But those two went right beside each other. So all right, cut that and we'll be back. All right, so what we did is we stopped, we cleaned the gun. It ran blue again. So we loaded, we cleaned it up to back down to a clean patch. We loaded 4 shells with 123 grains of H50 BMG. Instead of putting the fouling shot right here in the dirt, I don't know if he'll show you down there. You can go ahead and see it. You won't be able to see it in a GoPro. But at 426 yards down there, there's a great big rock, a certain one. And anyways, I held 1.4 mils in the reticle, so I didn't have to change it, and it hit dead center. And these guys said it looked like it hit really hard. They said it was covered with dust. So, but we didn't get a chronograph reading for that one because I had to shoot outside the chronograph. So this is 123 grains of, all right. And so I reset the chronograph. Vicky put up a new target. So we're gonna actually try to shoot a group now. So here we go, 100 yards. The wind's all over the place. Okay, it went back in that exact spot where those other ones were. 3,131 feet a second. All right, Vicky, I need those other shells, or one of them. Just bring one at a time. That way it'll slow me down. No heat, no heat. That's actually kind of a pretty cool number, 3131. All right, let's see if we can put these all through one hole. Wow, I'm sorry, they hate this. Our whole audience hates this when we gotta send it down, but you gotta go down. You have to see that. Vicky, you wanna run it? Don't walk in front of the gun.
What is it, 3125?
And the number was 3125. Pretty dang good. Here, look. Easy bolt lift. Go ahead.
All right.
You got to go see this. Here, stick your head in there, Wilson.
Nice. 3125 feet per second, H50 BMG powder, 33XC.
Okay, so that went 3125. the deal is it's so small. It is so small. It's less than 2/10 of an inch. Now the deal is I got to put another one in that exact same hole, and I would actually call this near the top. You know, like we were just talking, you might get to 3,200 with this gun, with this powder, but I'll bet that's about it. So let's see what we can do. No pressure. Cover up, everybody. You might want to hand that off, Mickey.
I think the lights are on this side.
I'm going to dry fire. This is too much pressure because, I mean, that's potential just literally one whole group. Wow. I don't know. People should know this if they're shooters. When you line up and you get ready to dry fire and you pull the trigger, if the crosshairs never moved at all, that's where the bullet went. But if you pull the trigger and it moves somewhere, that's where the bullet went. So you can kind of tell by your dry firing. All right, so here we go. One thing too, you notice how I'll slide the gun in the bags, right? And I get it to track straight. I want it to be tracking straight up and down, so the crosshair moves right over the point of aim. All right. Ah, totally blew it. Totally blew it. 31.26. So those are pretty good numbers. Let me see that. 31, 31, 31, 25, 31.26. That's pretty dang good numbers. But I totally jerked that out of there. Ruined that group. I'm gonna go in and load one more of that same thing just to check. See what it is. All right. Okay, so I went back in and I loaded one more, same exact load, 123 grains. Let's see if I can redeem myself, because I think that was me. Wow, it was. Son of a gun. That one, she'll send the camera down there. You gotta see it. Ah, geez. What a bummer. I mean, I could have had, well, there's 3 right now in 2/10 of an inch, maybe 2.5, something like that. But I put that other one out of there. Oh, well. So anyways, oh, and look at the chronograph number. Okay, that's very interesting. So look at that. So 130, 131, 125, 126, 126. Whoa. And it's like I said, there's 3 of those shots down there, maybe 0.3. So I'm gonna quit. There's no reason to keep going. We may put a target. We have places here where we can shoot 450, 500. We might take a target out and just see what we can get. Okay?